Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. This is very important. This is on bipolar. So this is going to slip from here. If I don't do this video, guys, I will never do this video. I will never ever do it. Let me just tell of my my face, because you can see it's AI. So basically, if it gets blocked, taken down, I don't really mind. But this video has to be done for the sake of my autism and other people's autism. I'm like literally building my constitution. So I didn't want to look at this video, but there's a problem in this world that I have to just look about at the history of it, about autism, ADHD, Asperger's, and disability. It's really focused on bipolar. It's not even about the main character, the main things they see. It's only bipolar. For me, I won't just don't even look at the definition I got here, everything. But I'm gonna say to you, bipolar. I'm bipolar. I know I'm bipolar, but what does it mean to be bipolar? Bipolar. I'm bipolar. What am I telling you? I mean, give yourself a love and hate. They're two the same things. I can love you, I can hate you, but I can agree to disagree what love is. I don't really know what love is. I am just a man, but I love myself first before I love you. So if I'm stable, no matter I can love you, anyone. It's not about loving people for me. It's about a genuine relationship, symbiotic contract, mathematical equations. But this has been addressed formally as well. Basically, you got 7x7, 7x7, 49 human rights and 10 human rights. But you now get 8 times 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 8 times 8 is 63. 64. 64 human rights maximum for one person plus 16 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. 64 plus 8 plus 8 is what? That's 80 human rights. 80 human rights. Now, this is just for people who love each other, bipolar people in constitution. You get 80 human rights a minimum. Just love yourself, express yourself. I don't really care what you do. People are the same, but I don't care. So neurotypical people, neurotypical, but it really applies to neurodivergent people. But people that neurotypical experience it too, because they can look up someone that's like Hijin or whatever name is that they don't know. They're not really following it, but I just love the song. They do, and think, oh yeah, they're beautiful, they're nice, they're wives to me. They're a good marriage, but I don't really care about the marriage. I'm speaking authentically here. I'm thinking, I can see like Hujin, like this person here. I don't know her name. I can be attracted to her, but I don't really know I'm attracted to her. Yeah, because I'm bipolar. Because something that magnetically aligns me with her. Let me pick a Hujin. Where's Hujin? That's like an example. There's all beautiful women, but this one there, the blonde one. No, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put the blonde one. I don't know her name. I think her name is I don't know. I don't know. But this is like one. This is blonde. I don't know. I'm a bit from Igbo, but I feel just from this. So I'm looking at the blonde lady. But she's a good dancer. But she's not my favorite dancer. But I'm attracted to her because she's blonde. Because everyone has failed me in my life. Like anyone that's brunette, redhead. I don't really care. But I just do it for the sake of science. Scientifically. But I can fall in love. I'm more interested. I'm polarized to the blonde lady with the dancing and everything, because she's more interested in me. But she's maybe polarized negatively. They call it a love triangle. It doesn't, it's really they're polarized in a way. So she may be polarized to another man. Let's call like what's the man name? Dawn, or like G Dragon. It can be polarized to anyone else. And then someone else. But then call her bipolar. But what about bipolar? What do I mean? So, Titanic is one example. I was Titanic, I cried. I cried at the end of Titanic, but I was laughing and I was like happy, because all the emotions was in one single point of entry called information. And that was what Titanic meant to me, because they died in the movie, they sang the song in the Titanic movie. But that Titanic thing was just the beginning of my new recognition of what was who I was, Because I understood a lot of things happened. I learned from that movie, but I couldn't give it a clarification of what you can understand. I can't relate it to the emotion. That's what bipolar means to me. I can't relate the full information. I can say I'm happy and I'm sad at the same time. I'm happy, sad, but you say that's an oxymoron. That's not logical or verifiable, because you should be sad at the end, and only at the end you should be sad. That's what I hate about this neurotypical processing. Because they said they love the movie, but they said they sad at the end because everything died, and then basically the thing is just linear. It's just like there's no point of, and then you have a new ship, which is a real ship. So if everyone died at the end and it was a real movie and you're sad, why aren't you happy that we have a new ship that couldn't do that? because it just sank. Why was it fixed? It's not fixed, no changed, nothing was rebuilt. Then say it's just a movie. Get over it. Things like that, it doesn't really align with the whole movie theme of the causing of seaports and iceberg. Same thing here. Which is a persona, show me a persona like this woman. I call her Mrs. I don't know her name. Mrs. H. I don't know her shit. But she's Mrs. P. But I don't know her name. She's blonde and she has lipsticks. But I'm more polarized to her than the red hair, the blonde hair, brother. Because it reminds me of my history in Nigeria, getting from a trauma. Because I'm traumatized, yes, but I'm not traumatized to hurt her. I'm not just to look for a new direction, and that represents bipolar is her. Because all these people in my life represent sadness and madness and drugs and alcohol. Just by looking at them, I'm polarized to the right direction. My wife, get a wife. They say I don't want a wife. I don't want an authentic relationship. I know these people here are the perfect pairs. Can be wives, girlfriends, boyfriends. It doesn't mean anything to me. To have a wife, but the kind of rush is the problem. I'm trying to grow into my own shit, but if I ever pick the blonde lady for something, I'll be going 2 steps ahead before I can roll and crawl. So basically, the bipolar disorder is really ensuring that the people that misalign with their own intent, but they misalign because this environment is chaotic. It's not natural driven, which is what I believe. So this song, Hot by Celebram, I'm trying to write it down here. But you're not broken, guys. Especially children, that's prejudice, they need to love, they need nurture, they need nature. You guys are not broken. You're thinking rationally, practically. You're thinking, if I have this lady, blonde lady, I'm running from problems, but some of my problems of housing and whatever, because she's smart, But you deserve the world, I deserve the world. I know I deserve the world, because I know I can go to Japan to see this kind of song and get into this kind of Japanese music. Your love is not wrong. The rhythm, the move, So basically, how she moves, how she walks, how she talks is more inviting to me. It seems like friendly. She seems angelic. But why does she seem angelic? Because they give her money, everything. But she has to offer money. She's like a real person. So does that mean basically they want me to have people like her? I know, basically, psychologically, I know that I'm attracted to everyone here. But I'm trying to not cause myself the same cycle of oppression. So by picking the right person, I don't have to make a choice. I don't want to make a choice. All beautiful ladies can do the job. They can make me happy. Honestly speaking, they can make me the richest man on earth. If I wanted to help them, my business, if I can call them. But some kind of barrier in the physical world that stops me doing that. That's money. All of them is going to Japan and seeing this thing and explaining this to myself, first person, and being the point of contact they want to go to for like authentic communication. It's not about polygamy for me. It's about recognizing the indifference based on the roadblocks that we have in the real world. Vertically rational reasoning. Using my reason of they are more rich than poor, I can never get with them, which is really the love triangle. What I call the love triangle all over again. When you get a child, if you don't know triangle, if you love someone else loves that person. You can't be in a relationship. You can't polarize correct yourself, polarize what your sexuality, your preference. That's what I'm saying. This is what's killing our generation. It's not even it's the environment around that that's keeping the people around them protected. Basically, the same thing. Like it goes. Basically, if I have a girl, but she's my friend, and we go into space, deep space, very important in this, deep space. If I have a friend, just a friend, not a girlfriend, we go to deep space on a ship. But we then get separated from the crew. She'll be automatically polarized towards my interest because she's a friend, but she has some intent because she in our worldview. Let's call her Anna, Mrs. A, Mrs. A. Miss A will go say, Namdi when the ship was stranded, then we try to she starts to become more authentic to me because there's no pressure on her brain, on her temporal to say, okay, this is my expectation of this person. Because you are now grounded in that belief, so she's not polarized automatically. She has to anchor herself with the objective of survival. But survival wasn't an option, so she's gonna get back to the ship, in the ship, but she has to polarize because basically she now shows herself authentically to the individual, and say, this is who I am. Let's get back. Let's not break the world. So this is the kind of a break because if I'm stressed, I know I'm stressed, but I'm not stressed for the wrong reason. I'm stressed because I'm angry, I'm detached from the reality I am. But people that are expressing themselves are being roadblocked. You know what I'm saying? They gain put upon them. That's what's feeling. That's stopping what human love. It's basically we don't have any rule about thing anymore. You guys defer the word, especially in the Gen Z, because the mothers and fathers are very good, but they didn't really do enough to sustain them, to do everything for them. I don't know what they're doing for me. I just want to do. I don't trust this Gen X, Y, Z, nonsense people. So your rhythm, your heartbeat, your knowledge, who you are, if you can't write it down, that means there's something wrong already. You're stressed. For me, I'm gonna give you the framework. This is called OBINexus bipolar, biological bipolar, because it's about the physical body. It's not about the autism even. It's about the it's about the physical polarization of the actual environmental stress, peer pressure. Things like peer pressure that makes people think one thing over a group of people or the other. Spirits that want to masquerade but end up masking. People that want to transcend but become the system itself that failed them. Being perfect, based on the perfect zygote model. You're perfect when you're born. The environment is stressful, so it makes you imperfect. You start to fight for the biggest stuff, and start to flight when you don't need to flight. When you leave the children behind, that's flight. But you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it because you're sustaining you and yourself. Because that's why your soul has anchored itself. Because people, the environment has taught you. It's not about the fear, because the France has got here. Seriously, when you win a fight, when you want to fight, you fight for the wrong reasons. Maybe it's greed, or it's corruption, or it's power. But you polarize correctly. You may polarize correctly to do the right thing, the right thing, but you're doing the wrong way. That's what I mean. You're fighting the wrong way. Like rebelling the wrong way. Like not like me though. So I'm a rebel, yeah, but I'm trying to polarize myself the right way by just suing people. That's what I can sue people. I don't really care. Money came off the go, but I'm suing them within the framework of morality. What I believe, my framework. And when you get so incorrectly polarized, you start to break out of that system without the structure you built. You're like your morality framework. Which was calling the biological bipolar system, because bipolar is everyone's bipolar. Everyone's bipolar. I can give you an example of love, but the love doesn't mean love of girlfriend or boyfriend. We say love of God, which is God, agape love, love of brother and sister, like near families, distant families, relatives, and love of wisdom, love of knowledge, just like a love of knowledge of power, and then love of friends and family, friends friends and families. You can look at one, so look at love of God, agape. That's type 1 love. Type 2 love of neighbors, like close relatives, neighbors and close distant relatives, and then 3 love of friends and families, and love of girlfriend and boyfriend. This kind of love, they don't teach you no more. But it's not about loving people. It's more about aligning your polarity, aligning your core being. Do I want to do this for the right reason or the wrong reason? Because sometimes when we get so overwhelmed, we do it for the right reasons. But when we get so, we do it for the wrong reasons because we never polarize ourselves. We never thought to guide ourselves based on how a persona believes. Basically, it's flight or fight in the one, because the model we are in, but we're accepting because we're under stress, we're under duress, we're under some kind of mental pressure, whether it's psychological intent or not, because some kind of motive that we don't want to verbalize. It's very difficult for us to verbalize in our world, and that's why I'm introducing the 8 star. 8 star, because if someone's bipolar like me, I fit in this class of 8 star. 7 plus 7 it's not good enough for 8 star, because I don't really understand my full intent. Because in some sense, I can put it in a formal framework of sometimes 7, which is for 9 human rights for me, and 63 total. But I'm saying that 8 star, if I ever feel love, I can define love in my framework, which I can't still define, But ontologically, me, myself, and I, which I believe love is if someone loves me, I can tell they love me or they're interested in me, but I don't have the time for them, so it's a waste of my time. So she's not really gonna do anything because she can't do the bare minimum, or he can't do the bare minimum. Because I'm gay because gay means happy, but I know I can be gay with a woman because a woman's half a man, half a woman. Basically, a woman is half a man because she's a woman's a man, but some man with a woman. So she's looking me for a woman, but I can love a man and a woman in the same way I can love a woman. There's no difference, guys. There's no difference, But to love them, to love everyone with equity, not equally with equity. You have to align with the belief. You have to start listening to the people. Whether it's a woman, a man, a child. You have to start intaking their senses. Without stigmatizing whatever they say. And think this whether they have some kind of biology difference on that problem. But that's what bipolar means to me. So I'm gonna try to read this video because I don't wanna get it right wrong here. Because I wanna do one video once. Okay. So basically, this is just what I'm saying. I'm watching this lady here. She's very beautiful. I know she's beautiful. She's perfect, actually. But these ladies are also perfect. I wish everyone was smaller because they're Asians. But these are Asian people. The people that get harassed in a country, in a country. Because they don't even understand what they're doing with no one in China. So basically, this lady here, I'm gonna just watch her, only her, and give you my reaction on what I think is going on with myself in my head. And say what I do, what I align with, or polarize with her. Whether she's my, whatever you call the type. I don't give you the type. But I want to see what you guys think of what I'm doing. Oh, so you see that move? Like it seems like, look, she's not in the middle. She doesn't mean anything to me. She's like, I don't know her. Maybe she's but this is a show because she just this kind of dance routine. But she's perfect. Like she's a perfect model. She's like. But I don't understand why she dresses everything. So I'm looking at dress. I'm saying, okay, you're wearing shorts. Yep, this shorts is nice, but this is what you like. I like shorts. Shorts are like flashy. Like these flashy shorts. They are beautiful because they're you. They're you. But I've never seen a blonde wear shorts. Like I never seen a lot of blondes wear shorts in the day. But this is like very unique. I like this thing. I'm polarized as how to because I love shorts too. But my shorts is not for the shorts because I love shorts. Whether it's summer, winter, it doesn't mean anything to me. So we can wear shorts. We can wear shorts together, and I'm being aligned with her. But I'm aligned with these two too. But they're perfect. They're perfect in their own way. But I'm just kidding because I'm just closing my senses to only what I see of her. Maybe maybe she loves me. I don't really know. But what I see of her is literally someone that I'm aligning with right now. So let me just continue. So you have shorts and you're dancing. So my shorts are like jeans. We can wear jeans, but because I go to shop, but I'm feeling kind of aligned. Let's say 0.5% aligned. 0.5, I guess. But take my hand. We burn, shine. Oh, we burn and shine. Basically, in Korea, they give women lines to read. But that's what the polarized in because they give women what they want to feel, what they feel. Especially the men do it, but women can write their own songs too. So they don't have bachelor degrees, but that woman there, she's so perfect. So I don't know her name, but she's just dancing. She just have a white t-shirt. But for now, if I'm looking at her, I'm looking at persona. I'm seeing a blonde woman, like literally, like something I don't even know what's on her hat, but I don't really care. I think the hat is beautiful, but because it's like a nice web hat, but it's not really expressing something. It's like a woman that's so I'm just clear. So look at that move. It's like I know these are idols. Oh wow. Basically, it's not even flow one move. It's not. But maybe she's under stress. I don't know. Oh, I'm burning hard. If I can live my own way, turning ash to ash ain't no problem. So tonight in your embrace, Bonnie and Clyde. Look, basically that line just hit me. Bonnie and Clyde. Guys. Do you know what Bonnie and Clyde is? The lovers, the fighters. This is hot by someone. They're hot, man. I'm looking at them as real human beings that I can be with, but not in the love sense because I don't want to give it love. So I want to define what love is in my framework. But I don't want to give you the vision of love. Maybe it's one of you don't want to give you my love. It's my thing. But I'm writing it down because I have to align with her. I have to understand what she's saying to me. Basically, I'm looking at her as a human being, as a whole picture. I'm even talking to her. I don't talk to her. I don't have to relay anything to her. But I just have to understand what is the people act the what she do. Because she seems like reasonable. Why don't I act like that? But to I know I'm attracted to her now. Definitely attracted to her, but I am not aligned with her because she has all this money, time, and everything in the world, but I don't have nothing. That's what I'm saying. Radically, I can say she's the most imperfect person in the world, but the rationale is not there to fit it into the narrative. And dismiss the claim. No running from it. Flame rising high. I love it. Let me live. Look, that was so perfect. I don't even have to see this lady. I know she's perfect. Look at her body. Look at the clothes of what. Imagine women like who haven't actually designed it for themselves, but this woman kind of that thing to do design for themselves. So basically, that's perfect. So basically, what I mean by doing is basically imagine a woman having a bra that you like a two-year bra. You put the phone in there. That's what she should be doing. Definitely the money and time, but they don't. You don't. Look at this bra. It's fine. It's perfect. Everything. But the phone bra will be like, oh, I have a phone. I put my bra. Just my phone. But we have all the technology there. Why didn't they do it? These are the leading idols in Korea. We have 2 years, bro. Why don't we have a Asians, bro? Like, it's not fair. It's not fair, guys. They don't know how to do themselves. It's like they give them a ride, they read it, and they're done. There's a new product, they get them into the domain, and they're done. They don't know why they're alive. It's like I'm not polarized right now. I'm polarized like 0.01, 0.01. That's occasion. I just saw the idea because of she has all this time, space, shorts, money because I know she's mad rich, but she doesn't do anything with it. It's like boring. So she's just a pseudo idol, in my view. So I'm just losing my access to how she's been. She can sing all the song we want, but she has to change something now. Money to give me a real line at 1%. Sprouting wings. Now hold me tight. Throwing fins into my body. No hesitation, no regrets. It's alright. We ride or die. We ride or die. Guys, this one the Call of Duty, like the kind of I hear the friction, the kind of the MV music video we see that clips, that's what reminds me of having some kind of like a transcendental unit, because you're in a zone, nothing can break you out of that zone, and that's what I believe bipolar is. No the fighting, no matter what you are, that's what it is to me. You can't break your spirit because you know the moves. It's like me playing Call of Duty Ghosts and doing the job, just listening to music. I know the rock music, guys. My spirit. My spirit is just to finish the job. So this one's here. This is me here. But this is bipolar. Bipolar disorder. Everything is disorder in NHS. It's a mental condition. It's really change. Medication are taken. Therapy can manage it. How? Basically, see, I'm bipolar. This is nonsense, guys. Guys, they didn't ask you what bipolar was. This is nonsense. This is what I'm saying. The NHS is doing shit. Treatment for bipolar order. A mental institute treatment. I don't want my treatment for my mood swings. My mood swings are there because I have something I believe in, whether it's good or bad. But that myth is or something I cannot relate to you because your framework of words or like sound is not phonetically aligned with mine. Basically, I'm saying that we don't understand. Basically, I'm taking information around us. And whether we see it, we see it. We can't fully put it in a framework of writing, right? Because writing is not enough to describe it. You describe it. If you see a UFO and it flies up and down and goes to YXZ and then it goes up and down again and then it flies to the moon in 10 seconds and then I wake up in my dreams and see that UFO, those things that we experience are bipolar. It's either the biological bipolar, polarized to that thing, or that thing's polarized to them. It's about them. But how can the world be about me, myself, and I? And then I wake up on the news, say something, and say it's not me. That's what I'm saying. So this kind of framework, 8-8, has ensured that people that are autistic are accounted for in this kind of framework. Whether they have blood, sweat, and tears like me or not, they have to see the whole picture, or the whole lens, more glimpse into their reality. Whether it happen or not, I don't really care. But once someone is diagnosed with bipolar, they shouldn't be going through all this nonsense. Because being biologically polarized to something, that's polarity is not it. It's not really important to them. So this is what I'm saying. Dominance and versus paradox of sex. This is a stupid article, guys. The series of human sexual desire. It's about polarity, guys. For instance, the large male summation for this was statistics. But it never asks the person, why are you submissive? Why are you dominant? Guys, this is what I'm saying. These are all bipolar people in this article. I claim ambiguity of power. Power. I want power. I don't want to be dominated. Let me go there and align with them because they want to be dominated, guys. You see what I'm saying? You see the kind of thing this article, Psychology Day, it doesn't, all humans appear to possess subquarter circuits for sexual dominance as well as submission. I'm very dominant. I'm very dominant, but I'm very dominant. But I want to be submissive too, because I want to give back power. Make things better. So I'm in both. I'm bipolar. You know what I'm saying? I know this article doesn't cover the full picture. So I'm saying to you, I'm submissive and I'm passive. Whether it's basically, I'm basically like the thing. Well, I'm submissive because when there's a lot of power and I'm happy, but I'm dominant when I need to be dominant. I become the dominant flaring individual in the framework of who I need to be. And that's what being bipolar for me it's all about. This time series Sexual Desire has uncovered many intriguing ironies, paradox. It's ironic because I can be submissive. You can ask me, oh, Namdi, you're submissive automatically. You're all submissive. I know I'm all submissive, but I'm all submissive so I can get back and be what dominant. I can be dominant. That's why I want to be submissive. So so you don't want to, but I don't want to be dominant for you to be submissive all the time. Unless you want that, and I don't understand rationale behind that. Maybe you have something that you want to do, but unless basically if you're dominant, you're a slave. Think of it like you're a slave. You are power, you're a king, but that kind of thing has to work in some kind of wrath recreation. Like maybe some kind of corn video, that you wanna do. But there's need some good narrative to that story. Think of it like a story, that goes on and on forever. And basically, there's a repository I made called U34, github.com/U for umbrella 34, number 34. That's for universe 34, and that's like row 34. Everything is a corner of for everything in the world, there's a corner of it because we are all humans. We all go through cycles of sexual inquiry. What is water dreams or wet dreams or something else. Some kind of process that trigger the adult hormones to it's not about the flood of hormones into a system. Because that one can decohere your body. But there's some we have to grow into our own shape. Ownership and not become mold. We have to go into a full form. What is butterfly's wings or yin yang or doesn't matter the person, but that person must be able to reflect their own sexuality back to you and not mask and not be masquerading. But that's the thing, because we in our reality in this world we all bipolar. Women's true love, curious integration. In early 40 now, because the women generally prefer to submit and then we get and this is particular submission candy. Look, I don't really care about this. This is written by a third person. Let someone like with in that environment write something about this and then like a full blown sentence, a full blown sentence instead of just posting that. That's the beginning. That's just the beginning. I'm not scared of you guys. Let them write a full post and let someone from Psychology Today take that sentence and post it here and tell me this is what he wrote and this is what it means in my framework. My framework. So he's submissive or she's submissive and he's dominant and he's dominant. Because this is all rubbish. This is all formalities knowledge. No research. But we can't see why they're saying that thing. They don't have to tell you all the things they say. Just say something that's fully structured and a psychologist can give me the full facts. Just one full article on that sentence and whatever happened in that story and why they have that fantasy and not believe in that reality. Whether it's pseudo or not is not a problem. Whether it's fake or not is not a problem. But the thing, they have to anchor themselves to that reality, and stop thinking about humans as an experiment to be done on, because if our body's source control, if our body's source can transcend into a reality we can't see. When we're having the spiritual thing, and animals cannot do it. Where's the proof, guy? It's not just cognitive limbo process, like in a limbo brain or something, a limbiosis system, in the brain. It happens somewhere else in the transition mind. Basically the mind unites and there's some kind of form, some kind of growth. It doesn't matter how sexy it is. It has to be sexy, yes, but you have to align with the intent of why you're doing it first. But it has to be spiritual. What is sex? Not my problem. It has to be aligned with that polarization of the two systems. They say, yes, we are now one and the same. We now want to be together. What it means nothing to me. I don't want anything like that. I want to be real and real forever. I want to live forever, guys. Thank you, guys, for watching. And that's why I choose a 8x8 bipolar system. Thank you.